Good morning, students. Finally, we have come to that part of the story, Barin Homic's ailment, which has lot of things to be revealed. And the suspense is open. But the interesting part of the story is, which I would not share right at this moment, because this is really going to hamper your happiness of reading the book, reading the story. But still, I want to tell you that after a lot of ups and downs, when the fellow passenger Pulak Chakravarti did not show any sign of recognition, but the sense of guilt was so strong in the heart of Baran Bhaumek that he finally thought of disclosing, and he thought of getting rid out of this thing which was in his mind, which was in his heart, and he was having a strange feeling in his stomach. So he decided that now no more he can play with the emotions, and it's better to reveal the secret before his fellow passenger. So, as the fellow passenger went to use toilet, when he came back, Baran was just waiting for him anxiously. And though last night he was not well, so the fellow passenger asked him, "How are you? All right?" He said, "Yes, thank you." Then suddenly he took out that clock, Swiss clock, and said, "Can you recognize this?" Baren spread his palm, and the, there was a clock on his palm. And a strange determination had risen in Baran's mind. He had got over the old compulsive urge to steal long ago, and this was a business of playing hide and seek. So he said, "No, no more deception. I would just disclose it, what is to be done." All the tension, uncertainties, anxiety was out of his mind, and he thought that this funny, empty feeling in his stomach, his parched throat, his jumping heart, all they were signs of melody. And he said that it is better to get over with all this. And so he just opened his palm and this showed the Swiss clock to his fellow passenger. Pulak Chakrabarti had only just stirred to rub his ears with his towel. The sight of the clock turned him into a statue. His hand holding the towel remained snapped to his ear. Baran said, "Yes, I am that same man. I have put in on a bit of weight, shaved my mustaches, and have started wearing glasses. I was then going to Patna, and you to Delhi in 1964. Remember that man who got run over by our train and you went out to investigate? That time I took your clock in your absence." Now, the narrator he describes us beautifully and says, Pulak's eyes were now looking straight into Baran's. Baran saw him frowning deeply. The whites of his eyes had become rather prominent. His lips had parted as though he wanted to say something but could not find speech. Baran continued, "Actually, it was an illness I used to suffer from. I mean, I'm not really a thief. This is a medical term for which escapes me for the moment. Anyway, I'm cured now and I'm quite normal. I used your clock all those years and was taking it with me to Delhi. But since I happened to meet you, it's really a miracle. I thought I would return it to you. I hope you will take it. You will not take any action against me." Pulak Chakravarti could do no more than say thanks. He was still looking at the clock. Barin collected his toothbrush, uh, toothpaste, and shaving kit. He took the towel off his rack and went into the bathroom. He broke into song as soon as he had closed the door and was pleased to note that the old natural melody in his voice was fully restored. Now, here I would just like to stop for a moment and tell you, students, this has got a beautiful psychological description, because a person who was living with his guilt since so many years, and once he got out of it, everything, he could get over with his guilt. Every time he used to feel, he was a singer, but he couldn't sing in his normal voice because something which was catching hold of him from inside. And as soon as he admitted as he confessed his guilt, everything was so normal to him. He found that his voice was also now very normal and it was fully restored. It took him about 3 minutes to get NC Bhaumik in the finance ministry in Delhi. Then, in a deep, familiar voice, boomed into his ears. Hello, Nitish Da, this is Bari. Oh, so you have arrived, have you? I'm coming this evening to hear you sing. Even you have turned into a celebrity, haven't you? My, who have thought it possible? But anyway, what made you ring me? Well, do you happen to know someone called Pulak Chakravarti? He's supposed to have been your batchmate in college. He knew boxing. Oh, who? Old Pinchu. Pinchu? Yes, he used to pinch practically everything he saw. Fountain pens, books from the library, tennis rackets from a common room. It was he who stole my first Ronson. It was funny because it wasn't as though he liked anything in life. His father was a rich man. It was actually a kind of ailment. Ailment? Yes. Haven't you ever heard of it? It's called kleptomania. Baran put the receiver down and stared at his open suitcase. He had only just checked into his hotel and started to unpack. No, there was no mistake. Few items were certainly missing from it: a whole carton of Three Castles cigarettes, a pair of Japanese binoculars, and a wallet containing 500 rupee note. Kleptomania. Barin had forgotten the word. Now it would stay echoed in his mind forever. So that was the suspense which was disclosed in the very last line of this story. And the story was that Barin was having that guilt in his mind, not realizing the fact that the person who was fellow passenger, he himself suffered from the same disease. And the name of the disease which he forgot, he was reminded of that word when his cousin Nitish Da, he told him on phone that it is kleptomania. So that is how the story comes to an end. It is a beautiful story. It has a matter, it has an element of humor also. Writer is undoubtedly, he's a very good storyteller, and how he has just continued that suspense up to the last sentence of the story, and that was a very big revelation on part of the main character Barin Bhaumik. He was suffering from guilt, not knowing that the person with whom he has committed some crime, or I would say he has committed some mistake, he himself is a sufferer of same disease. So, students, this is how the story come to an end. I would just like to give you once again a recap of what we have read up to. That is, the summary is like that Barin Bhaumik is a renowned singer. He suffered in his early years a disease called kleptomania, and once 9 years back, when he was traveling with a passenger, he had stolen a Swiss clock, and then the name of the passenger was Mr. Pulak Chakravarti. He never thought of meeting him again, but one day after 9 days, suddenly when he traveled in the train, he found same passenger, though He couldn't recognize, the fellow passenger couldn't recognize Baran, but Baran became very nervous, and he was so nervous that under his nervousness, finally he decided to confess his guilt. And he then, after a lot of ups and downs, lot of trouble, he had a fever, he couldn't control himself, and in the morning, finally he thought that he would tell everything to Mr. C, and because he couldn't recall his exact name also, but the name was Mr. Pulak Chakravarti. So he returned the clock to him, and as he returned, he found that Barin Pulak was dumbstruck. He did not give any reaction. He was expecting a huge reaction from him, but he did not give any reaction. And then Barin was very normal. He felt happy. He could sing in his normal voice because in these 9 years he has become a famous, renowned singer. And he was also going to participate in some program which was organized by Bengal Association. So he then, when he reached Delhi, he rang up to his cousin who was in college and who was a batchmate of Pulak. And he told in the last part of the story that Pulak himself suffered from kleptomania. The irony of the story is that Baran Bhaumik has overcome that disease, but Pulak was still suffering from same ailment, because when he opened his suitcase, he found lot of things missing, especially his cigarette, binoculars, and a purse which contained 500 rupee note. So that is how this story comes to an end. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this story, and I want all of you to listen to it so that you can solve your question paper examination. So all the best. I'll come with more videos, more lectures on different topics.